Hello and welcome to Farthest Frontier. So, I'm not quite ready to move this town centre here. I do want it up here. The idea is it should be in a safer place because, well, yeah, that's a long way to walk if you're an army. I mean, you're gonna have to start up at this point and wind your way around. That's the theory anyway. The only trouble is I do have some back doors, shall we say, and I'm going to have to fix those. So I need to try and finish off the leveling over here because at the moment people can just walk up here and then up here. So if my people can do that, so can an army. So that's not particularly good. I also want to finish off this trench. I'm actually going to run it all the way around because the way I'm thinking is if I level this off, it'll be so like a kind of a little island where I can put towers to take pot shots if, you know, any army decides to come up this path here. It'll actually be at a higher height as well. So I could also take advantage of that height to defend that gate. That could be useful, but the way I'm thinking is the only way into this little island would be through the actual garrison town that I've got here. So I'm quite liking that idea. Yeah, but that is going to take a lot more flattening, shall we say. There's no terraforming, just flattening. I better get them going basically. It's going to take a while. It took centuries, and I mean centuries. What, we're into like the 3rd century almost. Yeah, we're almost into the 4th century. We've been at this 293 years getting this leveled out. You know. Anyway, I'm just going to get this bit done here. Because what I'll have to do is, I mean, I don't want anybody being able to walk off there and then around there. I want to force them through the garrison, so I'm going to have to run this trench down here as well, basically. Or at least cut it off. Yeah, because I can't have like a gap running right the way through there, because then like an army coming from here would just walk along here and then up there. That would defeat the purpose. So I'd have to have some sort of trench around here as well. So I better get them started on that as well. There's a lot to do just for like defending a place, which makes sense to be fair. I mean, that is the whole idea. You want to make it as difficult as possible for an army to get to you. Yeah. Anyway, we've got a visitor. What have you got going on over here? Please tell me you've got something useful. Oddly enough, well, you do, I suppose. I mean, he's got some tools, but they're a bit pricey. I mean, I can sell him some cheese. Ooh, 2,000 for cheese. That's quite good. In which case, I will buy some tools off them. I mean, how much for 20? Okay, let's get 40. I'm feeling generous. Because the way I'm thinking is I want to try and keep this amount of gold here and this amount of gold here reasonably low. Because otherwise, I'm pretty sure that's what attracts like private armies. If you've got a lot of gold, I think you're more likely to get attacked. So I don't want that getting too high. Now, in the meantime, another big problem I've got, although I don't know if it's going to do much to be fair, is we don't get enough gold out of these deep mines. I mean, they only produced about 30 in the last year. And the big problem they're complaining about is transferring goods, which I don't quite fully understand, because that's time spent working, that's basic needs and idle. So basically most of their time is spent transferring goods. Now, is that time spent literally getting the goods out of the ground? Or is it the case these people are too busy doing other things? Because I don't necessarily know where they live. They may not necessarily live over here, for instance. So they could be spending a lot of time traveling from their home to the mine and from the mine to their home. One of the problems I've got is, well, people have to stock up their homes. So maybe somebody in, say, like this mine has to go out and stock up their homes, so they'll spend quite a bit of time away from the mine in that respect. Now, when it comes to markets, they do gather quite a lot of materials for people, you know, food and so on. The only trouble is they don't provide them with the tools, and I noticed one person was actually out seeking tools.
Yes.
So I can go and see where she's up to. So she's actually coming back to here, which makes sense since I've actually bought some from the trader. So yeah, she's having to spend quite a bit of time getting from the mine up to there. So I'm doing a bit of shuffle work, because it's not just tools. We're also talking about things like clothing, shoes as well, for instance. So I'm trying to move other things up to here to try and get those goods closer to them. And I'm going to do something similar down here, because there's a gold mine here and there's a gold mine on the hill. So I'm in the process of trying to build a new graveyard over here. Because I want... yeah, it's kind of dawned on me, actually. There's a graveyard over there that I'm building anew because I can't move crypt. The only trouble... it's kind of like a catch-22. I can only move that crypt to another graveyard, because I can't move the graveyard if it's got a crypt, which is a bit of a pain. I mean, it's getting quite full anyway, to be fair, so I think I'll have to maybe move that and then move the graveyard afterwards. Yeah, it's a bit... It's interesting. Let's just put it that way. It's interesting. Anyway, we've got Beldar the Peddler, I believe. What does he got? Not a lot. The sort of things that I need are the things that he wants as well, oddly enough. I mean, I could do with shoes, I could do with hide coats, and I don't have them. I mean, we've got a bit of an excessive soap. I could sell that, but he wants a cheap price. I think we'll skip that. Actually, that's a thought. Do they supply soap? Yes, they do. Now, one other thing I want to do while I'm here is check for... Oh, hold on, that's bad. I prioritise that. Yeah, that's important. That needs to be fixed. I don't know what it needs... Actually, what does it need fixing? Needs 3 bricks and 6 gold ingots, so I'm doing okay for bricks. So far, okay. That, I want to focus on that as well. It's shut down at the moment because we must have exceeded the storage for those glass materials. Looks like we may not need any more. And I'm just looking and I'm not seeing. There we go. I've got 547. Okay, so that's why that's on hold. Fair enough. Still no sign of another patch, and I haven't seen a hotfix. So, ooh, interesting. This is now back up and running. So I don't know what happened there. This place. This is a feature. I take advantage of the actual storage to set limits. So, for example, if I go over to here, there's like a global setting, if you will. If I click on coal, I've got it set to a maximum of 4,000. I don't want any more than 4,000 coal produced. Once you hit that limit, all the coal miners can go off and do whatever they please, do something else more useful. And then when it drops back to maybe 2,000, then it can all come back. So that's a kind of a bit more of an efficient way of using people. The only trouble is I ran into a problem where this place went on hold and didn't come back off. And just froze up, as did this one. So even though we needed more coal, these coal mines didn't open up again. Now eventually, for some strange reason, this one down here did, and I don't know why. This one suddenly started working again, whereas the one over there didn't. Now I've just noticed that one's up as well. So I have no idea what's going on there. I mean, all I'm doing is just starting a new game. So it's a feature. Like I say, I haven't seen a hotfix come out, so I'm a bit puzzled. Anyway, I've lost the plot. What are we going to be doing? So I'm trying to transfer things up here. Yeah, so that's going. So they're set to only produce gold, which makes sense because I've got a gold mine here. Having said that, let's have a quick check. See, yes, I've got 2 blacksmiths as well. And I think it dawned on me later. So that is a wagon shop. Yes, that's what I was going to check actually. As was pointed out to me in one of the comments, it probably makes more sense for me to go around and check where I've got these wagoners, because one thing I did notice, which was kind of odd, and this is some time ago, is I think I had a wagoner here and they were going all the way out to where the to out here to actually collect things, so it makes more sense to have these close by. So I mean, what are these load up to? So there's one there, so it's quite close to that one. So I suppose it could serve as either or, and it should in theory be bringing everything to here. The trouble is this is maxed out. Let's upgrade that one. 200, that's okay, that'll do me. So maybe that can just sit servicing those 2. Because from what I remember, what they do is, well, what they used to do is they used to take like raw resources, like the wood, for example, from those lumber yards, to a storage, and that was it. I think they might get a bit more involved. I think they might help out with moving items between stores, but I haven't really checked. Now, there's a wagoner there. So I've got an iron mine now. Has that got much? Yeah, it's got quite a bit. So that, I think it probably makes more sense for me to move, to get a wagoner here. I don't know if, well, I don't know if it really matters much, because, I mean, there's another one going out there. Have I got anybody around here? Because this would make sense, because this is where they make the glass. I'm just trying to be more efficient, shall we say, otherwise people are travelling a long, long distance. I mean, that is... Right, let's tell you what, let's go and... Oh, I'll set one up. I mean, there's... I'd rather have more than not enough. That comes under storage, doesn't it? There, right. So I'm not seeing one there. I can't really put it on that side, because that's where they're growing their trees. Because I'm curious, would they be involved in, like, taking the coal from here, for instance, and putting it in here? I don't know. There's only one way to find out. So I'll get them to build there. Well, I could actually just build it there, couldn't I? Just put it on the back. I'll leave a little back road down there just on the off chance maybe some later date. So I'll get them to build that one. Then there's a mine there for clay. And there's the iron mine up here. I don't think I'm going to be able to fit that. I'll have to find another flat area. So let's... I mean, there's there, I suppose. Get them to put that one there. Now, that's another clay mine, so I'll get them to put a... So just out of curiosity more than anything. So that might help. Over here is where we're doing more wood gathering. Now, I don't know if I've already got one here. No, it's not down there. It's down here, isn't it? Yeah, I've already got one down there. So that's... that's the place is full. So that needs upgrading as well. Oh no! Is it already... Oh, fudgicles, it's already upgraded. That's a lot of wood. So it's got no room for other things like the planks. So I mean, they produce planks. Let me set a limit. I mean, by default, the lower level ends up as, well, half of that. So you don't necessarily have to set that. Let's set it to... Yeah, well, let's set it to 1500. What the heck? So I should start to see people turning up here and starting to remove the logs. Because otherwise they're going to waste. I mean, they're producing logs, producing planks. They're producing the firewood. So they're set up to... I should actually get them to store them there, to be honest. Because that would make more sense. Otherwise, somebody's got to come to here and take the planks somewhere else. I mean, the planks are really for the builders. The firewood... As far as I'm aware, the marketers collect the firewood. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that's going to be a big problem. If that place is full, someone's going to have to come along and take the firewood from here and take it somewhere else. It's not really efficient that way. So right, so I've got labourers coming in and doing it by the looks of it.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, so they're grabbing some logs. Now, is the wagoner going to do that? I'm curious. Oh, there's another wagoner there. The hitbox on these things is very difficult. There we go. So are they going to go and take that out? Or are you going somewhere else? Interesting. Where are you going? Oh, that looked a bit painful. There's another wagoner coming along here. So you're taking logs from here. You're going to take them somewhere else. Ah, right. So you grabbed...
What needs doing?
Well, logs, for instance, need moving. Right. So, so you're going to take the logs out of there as well. So it's not just the labourers, even the wagoners are helping out, which is good. So that one was already on course to go there. So presumably they'll go and take that stuff somewhere else. So they're just going to empty this. So that should free up some room now. For these folks and these folks, it should be better. Okay. Let's go and have a look around. So there's... I think I've got wagoners, or at least a wagoner up here. I'd like to think I do. I wanted to find out. Let's just click on the building. No, I don't have a one up here. Might be tempting to set one up. Anyway, so what are we storing here? Firewood. Gold ore makes sense. Cool. Don't really need logs as far as I'm aware. They're just producing those. So I think what I'm missing... What are they doing? That is... Oh, it is a wagon shop. Well, there you go. I've thought about it already. So what about down here then? There's gold ore there. You can store gold ore. You can store iron. Why have I got iron ore there? Oh yes, because in the future that's going to end up as a deep iron ore mine. Hold on. I need to get back to this first. Got to get your priorities here. So if we do that one, and we'll level that out. Go up to about there. And I'll have to come in from this side. It would be interesting if you could... I mean, I can't tap into that pond, and to be honest, there probably isn't enough water in the pond anyway. It would be interesting if you could sort of like start creating moats. Nobody can actually go through these anyway, but that would be like really interesting actually. Let's see, so if we go that away, then if we start coming this away, but there's one thing I need though, is I'm gonna have to get somebody up here, move one of these I think, and just get them to focus on producing iron ore. So I think I'll move these folks here. So that gives me a second one. They're too big. Ooh, is that going to impact desirability any? Ooh, no, fortunately not. Right, we'll move that one up to there. So that gives me somebody to help here. So they'll be producing the, because at the moment, all we've got is somebody making gold. I need somebody to make the iron ore. Might have overdone it putting these two here. At some point I think I'm going to have to maybe start playing around with these settings again. Because early game they didn't seem to work for me when you're setting these ratios, but I'm quite tempted to start setting up dedicated shops. One that does tools, one that does swords, and one that does heavy weapons. The only trouble is, might be a bit of a waste, because if you end up with tons and tons of heavy weapons but you can't sell them, it's kind of a waste of resources, which is probably why the ratios make more sense. I mean, how many have we got out of curiosity? I mean, I've got 58 of these and I've got 56 of these, so maybe I should just tweak the settings and say, look, just give me 3. That's something else I could do with. Like in some games you've got like global settings, and then you might want more specific ones, but it would be really useful if I could just set that as a kind of a template for all of these blacksmiths and say, look, can you just all use that same one setting? That would be a whole lot easier. That is a smeltery. That's a smeltery. So where's a blacksmith when you need one? That's an armourer. That's a foundry. Right, I'm going to have to come back to here then. So I've got, is that one there, that one there. So let's crank that one up to 3. We'll see how it goes, because I'm not producing enough. Ah, there's only 2 of them. Ooh. Interesting. In which case, I should move that one back then. That wasn't such a good idea. Okay, well I'll put that one back there then. That doesn't make sense. Why would I move that one up here? Because what I'm trying to solve is I mean there's all these people down here. They need tools, they need weapons and so on. So it makes sense. Obviously that's why I've got this big industry area. But the trouble is, so do some people up here and so do some people down there. Yeah, I better speed this up because that seems to be taking forever. It's prioritised. I mean, they've got a ton of stone, so it's a feature. Right. What can Atka sell us? So what can we sell Atka? See, that's another thing I need. Pelts. I'm not getting enough pelts. Right, I think we'll just let that one slide. But yeah, I'm going to move that blacksmith back there. And I think I'll probably end up, once we've moved the graveyard and everything over to here, I'm going to set up like a little mini industry over here. So they can provide tools and whatnot for them folks. Right, over here, I'd like to think the farmers take all of their produce to these storage facilities. That's interesting, that one's full. That's something I could do. Why have I got I've got so much wax, this is bonkers. Because that'll be for the candles and what have you. We've got a bajillion wax. See, why can't I have that like for honey? I mean, I've got hardly any honey. Yeah, I've got like a bajillion wax. Let's see if I can sell that off, maybe. If I can find it. I could do it like a search feature in here. I mean, I can get more people to make more candles, but... Yeah, I'm not seeing wax here for some reason. That might explain it then, if there's no option to sell wax. Because maybe it's just me, but I am not seeing an option along here for wax. Yeah, it would be great if you could just either search for it, you know, filter it, or set an order for it. But I've just got so much of it, it's just crazy. And as far as I'm aware, the only purpose for it is for candles. I mean, I could set a limit, but I could let them put it somewhere else, I suppose. It just means that that storage facility is getting full. Can we store any in here? Yes. I mean, at the moment it's not too bad. I can store either or. And that one's... it's not too full, but yeah, that's something I could do with fixing. Anyway, wait, I've got a wagoner there. I've got a wagoner there. So I've got all of these barns. At the moment they're storing all of their food and produce up here. I'm assuming these two might go over to there. And I think we've had a look over here. Yeah, we've got the wagoner there. I'm not really sure what else the wagoner would do. I don't know if they would take like produce from, say, here. Yeah, go on then. I mean, I've got this set for up to 2,000. The trouble is the computer's like seriously struggling to cope. So it might not be such a good idea, but let's see. We could probably squeeze somebody if I could click on that thing. Put them. Hang on a minute. Is that? Yeah, there's a road there. Right, I'll put them. They can go and live over there. There you go. You can go and live over there when we actually get round to maybe building the place. Oh, it's a storage facility. Oh, it's a hospital. Alright, so I've got like a little mini place going on over here because of the coal mine, haven't I? Right, so they're busy over there. That's how this place... Okay, so that's looking a bit better. So we've now got the storage room that we can fit to do these. I could upgrade that. I mean, how much... Yeah, I could upgrade that and they'll go faster. I'm just reluctant to upgrade these ones because if I upgrade this one, it'll start using heavy tools. So they'll go faster, but they'll produce... they'll need heavy tools and then they might stall. So I'm kind of reluctant to do those. I mean, I've got some of them somewhere. Yeah, that one there, for instance, uses the heavy tools, but storage. So you need to do that one. That one, I'm keeping that one to one side. I'm not upgrading that one. Well, I mean, they use heavy tools anyway. I mean, it's just I've already got quite a few of the upgraded ones anyway, so is it necessary? Right, let's see. Is that our blacksmith down there? Yes, it is. Right, so they're running at a ratio of 3 to 1. Right, they're complaining because it's winter. Yeah, I know. But I don't know if prioritizing has that effect. Maybe you've got to have resources nearby or something. Because it is prioritized. The only trouble is all that stone's probably over here. Because the actual stone mine's there. Oh, there you go. Where are they going to go? Out of curiosity. So you've got the stone there. So where are you taking it to? Probably here, maybe. Possibly? No? Over to one of these ones then. Maybe I need to tweak that then, because that seems a bit... Seems a bit of a distance to travel to dispose of stone. Why are we putting... Yeah, I mean, stone doesn't really matter. Why makes more sense to put it in one of these two then. Let's take it out of there then. Because it's only used for building. So it makes more sense to store it in either that one or that one as a push. I mean, how does this one end up with so much sand? Oh, right, because I think that one started getting full. Yeah, that one started getting full, so I did the same sort of thing there as I've been doing down here. Setting limits on how much can be stored, otherwise things just get completely full. This is another one. Let's put a limit on that one. Still transfer that out. Coal makes a lot more sense, because the trouble is, if that gets full, where does the coal from here go? Someone's going to come along, pick up the coal and then take it, well, maybe over here or over here. But that is something I'm thinking about as another alternative, is maybe setting sort of like local limits on storage facilities, like here for instance. Well, it's a hospital. Okay, that doesn't apply then. Tab, look, see. Somewhere around here is a storage house. It's not bad. If I was a storage building, where would I be? Not there, because you're a guild hall. Or there, because you're... Oh, there you go. There's a warehouse. So, I can set individual limits on these sort of items. So what I'm thinking is I might have like a limit where I only store maybe 20 shoes, for example, in this area. If we've got more than 20 shoes, it could force them to then start putting shoes up in like a storage area up here. When that gets full, they might start putting them over here, for instance, and then allows me to spread them out a bit. That's another way I can think, but it starts getting really complicated. You can't sort of like set global settings like a default storage limit, for instance. But at the moment, all of the linen clothes get made here. At the moment, it's halting. There must be too many. Yeah, I've set it to no more than 200. So they're on hiatus, basically. Let's see. There must be. Where's the storage then? I mean, they make it. Oh, yeah, it goes into here. So I could set a limit on here and say, look, only make 10 here, and it's going to force them to push the storage out to other places. That's quite tempting. Because they say the markets that we've got don't store those type of items, so anybody working here is going to be spending a long time going backwards and forwards looking for tools, linen clothes, hide, and shoes, amongst other things. Now, another thing I want to check. So we're not producing enough tools. That needs fixing. I mean, wow, we've got like a bajillion coal. The iron mine's not too bad. But I was going to look into. Right, we've got plenty of willow, but what about baskets? Are we producing enough baskets? Because the labourers can pick things up. Yeah, we've hardly got any baskets. So I need to find someone who makes baskets. Let's see. Basket maker.
What is it?
I'm really looking... Oh, do you live there? Yeah, that's where you live, right, okay.
Need anything?
What is it?
I'm trying to find where you work. Where do you make baskets? You three make baskets, but I don't know where you make them. Bookbinders, paper mills, plywood splitters, cobblers, tanneries, soap shop. No, I could have put that anywhere really. Because that would make sense, because I think I've now got people who make willows. That would be the last one. That one. So they make willow, so it would make more sense to have a basket shop over there. Okay, city. Resources. Right, so who makes baskets? What tier is it? Ah, there we go. Right, so if I'm going to plunk that down over there. Now, is that going to highlight another building somewhere? Or does it have to be built for that to work? The alternatives, all I can do is just follow these existing people around. Oh, there it is there. What do you know? Right, okay, so that's that one. So there's only 2 people in there. So that probably explains why. Now all they do is they take the willow. In which case... let's have a look. So the... Right, it doesn't have an impact on anybody, which is good. So what I think I want to do is I'm going to set up a storage place here. And I think it'll be... I don't think it's a stockyard that I need. Yeah, it's the actual warehouse that I need. I mean, that doesn't have an impact on anybody. So if I put that... I think I'll wait until that gets built, and then I think I might put the storage in it. Well, actually, I could put it on the other side, couldn't I? I'll put it on the other side for now. Well, yeah, I'll put it on the other side because that way it's just because of the road. But I'll swap them round, and then we might be able to get a bit more efficient with our little basket shops, because then they'll be able to produce, well, obviously more baskets. Might be tempting to then like set us like a certain limit, and that would force any overflow out to somewhere else. It's gonna really get complicated, this game. It's like, geez Louise, especially when you're getting into these like higher levels. I mean, the limit on... I've got this set to a maximum of 2,000 people just because the game... I mean, it's pushing out at about 60 frames per second, but I think it was generating at about 25 maybe. So it's seriously struggling. Right, how we're doing with that, now that it's spring, we'll get back into our flattening again. I want to keep on top of that. Got to make sure that that gets done. Because we're kind of getting by. I mean, gold is still a big problem for me. But it's not as bad as it was before. If we go that away. So I'm going to keep this like natural barrier there. Just so that people can't sneak in through the back. But I have to get that at a much higher height. It's going to take, actually what I could do. 62, if we stripe it, that'll go quicker. Because there's a limit of, I think it's 5 people. I think by default each job gets 3 people. You can get up to 5. The only trouble is it makes no difference how big the job is. So I mean, I'm doing these big jobs of like 625, for example. If I do that, you'll only get a maximum of 5 people working on it. It'll take a lot longer. If I stripe it with individual, you know, just one column or one row, however you want to look at it, it should get done a lot quicker. And then I'll have to come back to it and then punch a kind of like a hole through, have like a ramp, so you can get into here, but only through there. That'll at least protect the towers for a while. The only drawback is I don't know what the mechanics are. I don't know whether it's a case of armies specifically target areas trying to take down the town centre. Because I have lost a town centre. I mean, we're not at the point of like victory conditions yet. That's something that looking to build in. So I have had situations where a town centre's been completely trashed. And then I've just rebuilt it. So I don't know what the necessary target, because if they go past anything, I've noticed like with the cavalry units, for example, you can grab the attention of an army by sending your cavalry units in and then they'll start chasing them, for instance. I think if they get hit by a tower that's on the periphery, they'll probably try and take that out. If they break through your walls, they'll start ripping out your housing, your markets. I mean, I would have thought their main goal would be to just basically steal resources more than anything. But I want to get that town centre moved up to here. My train of thought was, well, if that goes, that's it, that's the end of the game. But so far it's not. It might be at a later date. Anywho, I haven't quite finished that, but once I've done that, I think I'll then move my little basket shop over there. We should hopefully start getting these to be a lot more efficient there. Because obviously there is the wagoners are better, but if your labourers have got baskets, they can carry more items as well. Right, so that, yeah, I want to keep plugging away with this then. Grab that. I'm kind of like hoping they're going to do something about the colouring of this. I mean, this grid tool that we've got, it's actually quite useful. But it's also a pain. Because the rope that you see, you can see that the rope that gets put out for the work areas is white. And the grid colour that we've got here is white. So the rope just disappears. I can't see what we're doing here. Do that one. Then I'll do that one. 62. We'll just get that up to a higher level, hopefully. Actually, did I do... No, I didn't do there. That's probably the bigger... That outer wall is the bigger priority. But I mean, that's something you could think about, actually, is having a... like an entire area. Well, not so much an entire area. You could make use of the terrain to like build up a complete defense, so that an army couldn't. I wonder if anybody's actually done that, where you just can't actually get in or out. So all your people work and live within that natural boundary, and we just can't get in or out. I wonder what the armies would actually do then, because it's like, well, if they can't attack, they'll just stay there. Because I have actually had armies just stand around. It was really weird. At one point I had an army... It was usually whenever the spawn... It's not very often, but I've had armies spawn down here. And they just sat around and did nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So I ended up having to... I ended up sending my own troops in to remove. Ooh, that sand pit's gone. Oh, that's a pity. Right, I think I'll take that out. I don't want to do that. Select that and just delete it, can't I? Right, we've got a sand pit over here, if my memory serves. Yes, that's a deep one. That one, yeah. Is there any more sand around somewhere then? I need to go and talk to, I think it's Masuk. Right, so there's two over here. There's an infinite one there, there's an infinite one there. Yes, that's Masuk. So I can sell off some cheese. Oh, that's a thought. How's the piggy bank doing? I better top up the piggy bank, otherwise terrible things happen if I don't keep that topped up. Oh, we're doing better for furniture. Actually, we're doing quite well on heavy tools, interestingly enough. Spices. I don't have much choice. I'm going to have to buy spices, which is a bit of a pain. I haven't seen a way to make our own spices. So that's a pity. Right, so you can still get up and down there, right? That is not good. I don't want people wandering up and down here. It should not be happening. I think I'll just focus on that little area for now. And then the trench. I mean, they'll get there eventually where this'll be all leveled out, hopefully, and then, yeah, you just won't be able to get in and out. There. And we'll go and check on our baskets. There. Right, let's go and see how the baskets are doing. Right, that's built. Right, I think I'm going to move that one out of the way for now. That over there. Once I move that, I'll put the little storage area there. Graveyard. They're still thinking about it. We're down to 4 stone. I wonder if there's any stone nearby. Right. Looks like that can't be harvested, so there's no point having that. Let's do that one. Get them to harvest that one there. Now, who else living here? Ah, right, so this is a forager shack. Ah, right, so these are ones, right, what I'll upgrade that one. Because once they get to tier 2, they can grow their own things. Right, we'll upgrade those. That's what I was doing. I was building more of these. But at tier 1, they've got to go out into the local area to grab resources. So yeah, now I realise what I did there then. I'm going to go build our other peddler. It's got a few more resources. Oh, I really could do with buying them. And them. And them. I've got plenty of sand at the moment, so you can have that if you want. Yeah, I want to sell it, don't I? Nothing, I think. Yeah, there's nothing jumps out in terms of what I need to buy from you. Sheesh. 4, we still need 4. Hopefully once we get this all moved and we get somebody over here actually making things, that might improve that area a bit. Just looks like some people are still moving up and down here. So keep chipping away at that. And I've finished over there, so keep on that. But that'd be really cool, yeah, if you could get like a water option and you can start introducing water into these little trenches you dig. Right, let's run that to 125. It's actually getting quite shallow now. But the idea is I want to be able to take pot shots at any invaders coming along this road. So I'll have towers along here, but I don't want them being able to get back to here. That makes sense. So I don't want somebody being able to come up this road and then start attacking the towers. They'll either have to carry on going in that direction, which hopefully they won't have actually got to there at that point anyway, because I want to... I haven't seen anybody spawning in the southwest down here. Maybe up here, over here, and very rarely down here. It's mostly these points. for some strange reason. So as long as nothing's spawning down there, I should be fine. Because in theory, if they spawn down here, the idea would be the towers here would grab their attention. So it would be unusual for them to go all the way over there. But I just want to be able to be prepared, shall we say, just in case, because you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Right, how are we doing with our basket? Right, that's moved. Right, so I'm going to grab that. And put that away around. And then I can start putting the little basket makers over here. Once those... Actually, they produce mostly food though, don't they? Might have made sense to have put... Yeah, because anybody who's going to get food here... I mean, I suppose the marketers might grab the food. That's something I could do, actually. I could start setting up... Because at the moment, anybody over here is going to have to go all the way over to there to get food. And vice versa over here. It probably makes more sense to start setting those sort of gardens up over here. Because I've been putting in these like smoke houses so they can produce their own local smoked meat. Anyway, my favourite trader is Scove the Butcher. I just love that name. Oh, getting a reasonably good high price. Let's sell... Well, you can only buy 19. Okay. Actually, how's the piggy bank doing? I need to top the piggy bank up, don't I? If I don't keep that topped up, people will start complaining and they actually do leave. Oh, I can buy these on the cheap. Good, good, good. Right. What can I buy from you? Can I buy... Let's buy all of them then. I'm feeling generous. Honey. Actually, we're not doing too bad for honey. Could do better, but we're just struggling for the beer. I think I'll sell you... Well, no, I won't, because there's almost 10,000 gold there, so that will do. Right, where we're moving to. So once they've moved that... Actually, I could move that now. Oh, fudgesicles. That's not what I had in mind, is it? It's not quite wide enough. I could put it there, I suppose. That's a pity. Then I'll run a road along in that direction once they've moved that. And then we'll grab the other one. Because at the moment, this is where we're producing the willow. Could probably do like another one. Maybe get somebody else to make the willow. Anyway. I don't want to store... No, I don't want to store those sort of things. Yeah, we can store them. Store them and them. That would make sense. Beans... Yeah, that'll be fine. I don't need those items stored here. We'll see how they go. I don't need those produced here either. We'll see how they go. Now there is another somewhere along here. I can't remember where I saw it. Is it that one? No, that's a smokehouse. It's a fire splitter. Oh, there you are. Oh, there's two of them over there. Ooh. So I've already got two of them. Intriguing. I'm suddenly intrigued. Ah, now I could put them that way around. That would make... Actually, that makes more sense, really. Space-wise. We'll go and grab that one. That's just a pity that it's just not quite big enough. Let's split that one up. Yeah, so they can all just work over there. Right. Let's get the road going. Run that over to there. That'll keep them going for a while. So really it's about I mean, I think I'll move that one back to here. So it's a bit closer. But it means I've now got somebody who focuses on gold. If I can click on that building. Seriously, why can't I click on it? It's not giving me the option. It's in the middle of moving at the moment, but it's the hitbox on these things can be bonkers. Prioritize that. Sometimes it's like there's an option for to click on the actual building itself, and it's not giving me that choice. I'm having to click on this to get it to let me select it, but it's not selecting the building. It's kind of weird that. Right, so the disassembler. But what it should mean is I've now got somebody over here that makes the gold. Then I think if I can get they're the ones that are producing the tools and the weapons. If I get that one to focus just on the iron, because we don't produce hardly any gold at all now. Gathering and mining. Yeah, we're producing very little. I don't know how we're actually consuming more than we're producing, given that I don't buy it. Just a bit odd. Produce materials, gold ingots. So that's a lot. That's almost 1,500 goes into repairing buildings. That's intriguing, that. So there's actually more gold going into repairing things than, say, wooden planks or bricks. Just like, I would have thought like most of these houses are made of brick. Surely it would be like using more bricks than gold. Having said that though, there are a lot of things like statues and all sorts. They cost a lot of money to make, so maybe that's where some of it's going. Right, well, it's almost winter, but I'll chance it, because hopefully these won't take too long. I mean, I can already see the drop. Like on there, there's already starting to show a drop going from, say, like that side to that side. And then from there to there, you can see there's a drop there. If I use that, you can see there's where the drop is, because this side's a lot higher. Because I'm trying to bring this, I'm kind of kicking myself, because I deliberately lowered this. The idea was for people to get through there, but then it was like, yeah, it kind of dawned on me. I'd be leaving this back door up here, and it's like, oh, fudgesicles, that's got to go. Because that was the whole plan. I wasn't sure if this was ever going to work. It was very, very difficult trying to get this. I mean, when you watch the wagons, it's hilarious because they're going up and down. Because these are very steep. I haven't worked out a way to get like a smooth angle out of these things. And I'm really reluctant to do anything more, because you can just completely break things just by getting up to flatten a bit here and there. Things just break so easily. I'm not going to touch that. Oh, oh, good, right. Oh, right, but at least they've got round to doing that. So I'll tell you what, let's plunk that in there. That's something. That was one of my priorities. The graveyard here is going to have to move. Then we can start thinking about industrializing this area. I'm going to go back and see if I haven't quite got this. Oh, they're almost done here. Once I've done that, I can think about turning that over to iron ore only. Right, so that's 3 basket shops. I mean, does it need to be upgraded? I don't know. Don't think so. Right, so if we get that one. Right, that's all I want them making. Oh dear. Oh, where do you live? Oh dear. Bicycles. Is there enough? There's a bit of firewood, so it probably makes sense for me to get somebody up here that makes firewood. Because otherwise people have got to go out and collect that firewood. I mean, those markers, there's a lot for them to collect when you think about it. And firewood's not lasting, so maybe I should be thinking about those sort of things as well. My only concern with these places is that they just kind of like give up on the metal ingots at some point, and they just sit around doing nothing. But on the other hand, I don't want them just trying to produce, say, like, you know, four iron ingots and one gold ingot, and then there's not enough resources to make a gold ingot, so they just sit around and doing nothing. It's kind of tricky. I mean, there's a lot of people here. I'll just have to keep an eye on what they're actually doing, because again, the transfer time's very high. Now they are idle because presumably there's just nothing. Oh, now they're going to stock it. I mean, presumably one of the problems is there's just not enough gold ore. But hopefully if I can get more things here for them, they'll have less distance to travel, and that's, well, then they'll start to become more efficient up here. And something similar down here. Because this, I think the idea was probably you were expected to have just one big town where everything was, but I've gone to this trouble of putting people close to the end resources, because we're in the end game really where we've got these deep mines and they're so far away from the town. I wasn't really in a position where I could build a town, say like here for instance, because I think when this all started you're up against raiders and all sorts, wolves, and you just got to go with whatever you can, you know, build a place as best you can. Anywho, made a bit of progress there. This place is still passable. Jeez Louise, that's a heck of a drop. I think it's going to be still high enough, because there's quite a bit of height over here, so I should still be able to get that up to a good height to stop anybody sneaking in through here, for instance. But yeah, that's going to take a lot more flattening. So there's still a lot to do. I mean, I think they're talking about the end of winter, which might be about a month away at the time of recording, before we see patch 0.97. I mean, they're talking about mods and all sorts. So it might drag on a bit longer, but I've still got quite a lot to do, as long as I can keep the game balanced, shall we say, specifically for the gold, because that was my big concern. As long as I can keep that part of it going and the game doesn't fall over because of that, then I might be able to last long enough. You just never know, because that's I am missing out on certain things in this game because you have to be on a new map. But I don't really want to start a completely new game knowing that the full release version could be not that long away. But I guess we'll just have to see. And that's all for another episode.